Hey there, Super Doodlers. I am here with the incredibly talented, incredibly famous Sue Hendra, are you the evil P or are you Supertato?
Well, Paul and I decided that because my head is tiny like a pea,
Right.
and his head is massive like a potato,
Yes.
that we sort of take it in turns.
Turns.
But I think neither of us are evil, but we can pretend to be in order to work out how the evil P is going to react.
Okay, I want to hear the evil P voice.
Well, he's better at that.
Is
I
he
must
better?
say. The mwah,
Am I actually on that? Yes, there we are. Right, then do that again, sorry.
mwah.
Do you do voices a lot when you're working?
I think more than that, I do faces. Do you do this, Shoo?
I do.
When you're drawing somebody sad, you do a really sad face, and
I
it
do.
helps you to
Absolutely.
make all the marks in the right place.
It's empathy.
It is.
It is, isn't it? And it's a kind of acting, and I think acting is kind of like empathy as well, isn't it? Oh, I'm trying to remember I will start that again. I remember I used to worry terribly that I did all these funny voices and things while I was, and then I watched a program of Posy Simmons about her, and she was drawing all these characters down in Devon, and she was and I find, oh, I'm not the only one. So it's good to know that
Whatever
other
helps
people-
you get into it, I think is vital.
Exactly. I certainly have voices for characters.
You do.
While I'm writing them in my head, and when I write, then I actually read it out aloud in the voice too. Yeah. So, did you always draw when you were little?
Yes, always.
Always.
I used to write a series of books called Lucy and Her Amazing Horses.
Oh.
They had a blurb on the back and a little barcode.
And what did Her Amazing Horses do?
I can't even remember, but I know that I was really into it.
Yeah. And did you always think that's what you wanted to do when you grew up, or did that seem a likely thing, or did you have
It was both of those. I always wanted to do it, but it felt really quite unlikely.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled that I actually get to do it for my job.
But how did you get there? Is it just perspicacity? Or?
Well, I did a degree at Brighton University, and then I worked as an illustrator for a long time. And then I started,
a freelance?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I started writing a little bit, and then I met my other half, Paul Linnet, and we just like making up silly stories together. We'd probably do it if we weren't paid to do it.
Yeah.
And that's when we started working together, and I suppose all the titles that I'm known for are books that we've written together.
Yeah. I there are times I think it'd be so nice to work with somebody else. Like, do you know the two Steves?
Yes.
Yeah, and I've watched them working, and they, in fact, they work on Skype quite a lot, and I thought, oh, it's sharing the load, but then at the same time I'm a little bit, I want it all to myself. you can't have it both ways, can you?
I think that it is fantastic, and it really suits me to work with somebody else.
Yeah.
If you ever get stuck, you can just, it's like you're playing badminton, you could just bat that shuttlecock and then have it shot back to you.
Yeah. I think in a strange way I bat it forward to myself in a year's time.
That can be
in
handy.
a way. So I think I'm not, so I know it's in the sketchbook and I know there's a note made, and I think I'll deal with that later and I'll come back to it, and I'm a different person by that stage because I've learned something else or another idea has come along, and
So you are batting it to somebody else in a way.
I'm batting it to, I'm schizophrenic.
The later you.
The older me.
Yeah.
The wiser me, I hope.
I will say, you said that you're a bit protective.
Yeah.
We do have some very heated arguments about how a certain character.
This is when the evil P comes out.
Perhaps. But we usually make the right decision.
Yeah. And I think when it comes to editors and things, I remember when I first started, I thought editors were there to get in the way, and they were kind of like goalkeepers, and you had to kind of knock the ball around them up into the corner of the net. And then one day it suddenly dawned on me that wait a minute, no, they're there to actually trying to make the book better, and they're there as the reader's champion, aren't they, to make the book better. So that changed my view of things, I think.
Well, I don't know what I'd do without editors, because bit of a reveal. I'm a terrible speller and I'm not very good at punctuation, so.
Well, you're not alone there. I think when I sort of realised I was about 45 or something, I thought, oh, I'm dyslexic. Suddenly everything kind of put into place, and suddenly I realised it made sense. So, yeah, but I work hard at spelling and things, and, And reading, do you find reading, I find reading, I'm really slow at reading.
I'm a little bit slow at reading.
Hello. Oh, there's the school bell. Oh. We're going to be called away in a moment. So, yeah. So, well, have you got any message? Oh, it's Empathy Day today.
It's Empathy Day.
What have you found that's been interesting about being here on Empathy Day? And thinking about empathy, has that made you think differently about your work?
Well, I think that empathy and the need for it is at the heart of all fiction that I love. And one of the most interesting things, I think, that I will take home today, Scotty said about using different words. It's not just happy or sad. Just really think about all the different emotions. Shades. Yeah, all the different shades. Yes. Yeah. And stop just happy, sad.
I had a lovely moment where in the first session I was talking about the Ginger Ninja and explaining, and I'd sort of prepared in my mind all the kind of ways I can get empathy through there, and then suddenly it was like the most empathic thing I hadn't considered was that one of the great inspirations for the story came because I used to listen to Woman's Hour every day.
Oh, I love it.
And one little lad said, why do you want to do that? I said, so I can understand women better. And he couldn't get that. He didn't understand why I would want to do that. But that is sort of empathy at work there, just by listening to Woman's Hour every day. Yeah, so. Well, I think we've been called away.
I think we are. I think we've got to go and get on with our work.
I think we have to go and work. So thank you very much, Sue.
Thank you.
And there we go. Thank you.